Okay, guys, so let's take a look at another investor here. Let's use this one as an example. Let's view the stats, and I've taken a look at a lot of these already. So what I like to do is to look at their portfolio. I don't really care too much about the history. The reason why I like to look at the portfolio is because I want to see what's actively performing well. Do you see what I mean? So I'm trying to see the trends of whatever's performing well. So before I, take a look at the watch list. So here on the watch list, you can see everything, right? You can see everything. See that? So it will also show you other suggested people. So we saw Mr. Kevin here. So he became a different type of account. So you see how mine says bronze. So at some point, as my account ages and I perform well on my account, I will get, you know, uh, a different type of account where people will have the opportunity to copy me. Or you also have the opportunity to actually copy portfolios. So you see this one says crypto portfolio. Let's take a look at it. So what that means is that there might be like a group of people, or I don't know, if it's just one individual just deciding where to put money. So you see that their investments are diversified. You see that? So you kind of have to ask yourself the question: is it a good idea to diversify, all these payments? But you see that everything's performing really well, and you might be wondering, right, to yourself. So if you're looking at this, you're like, oh my god, I'm just gonna buy everything that I see on this list, right? And what I'm basing that opinion on is just based off the numbers. So I feel like the numbers speak for themselves. If it's green, it means that you're making money, right? If it's red, it means that you're losing money. So as you can see, everything is green here. So I'll explain how that idea, where if you're just looking at this, you're like, oh wow, I'm gonna buy everything on this list. That might not be a good idea, and I'll explain why. So let me go back here on my portfolio. So I was speaking about how if you wanted to withdraw, you would click on withdraw, and whatever your equity was at the moment, that's the amount that you would withdraw. So one thing that you have to understand here on eToro is that for you to do that, you would actually need to sell all your eCurrency. So you would go on here. I'm sorry. So let's go here inside one of them, and then you would click on here, and then that's what would sell some of your equity, and it would be available here on your wallet. Once it's available on your wallet, then you can withdraw, the money. That's how you cash out, basically. So just please understand that that's how you sell. Now, say that you want to buy. So the way that you buy, as an example, as you will see here, these are the ones that I have in my portfolio at the moment. So what I typically do is that before I decide which ones I want to invest in, I will, take a look at whoever, you know, is already investing, the investors that I showed you earlier, and I will also take a look at the trend of the e-currency. So I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. So let's begin here with this coin. So I was explaining to you how if you were looking at the portfolio that we were looking at for the investor with all those types, you might be thinking that it might be a good idea. But what you have to understand is that it depends of when you purchase it. So let me show you what I mean. So here's doggy coin as an example. So you will see that whenever you open a profile, it will say the amount that you invested. So you see, I invested $100. This is the average open. So this is how much throughout the day one coin is worth. This is whatever uh, your profit is at the moment. So you will see that this is the current price that it's selling for. This is how much I bought it for. So you might be wondering, why is it higher? The reason why is because when you buy, eToro actually charges you a small fee. So you'll notice the number here, 6637, and you'll notice the number here is a little bit